get them. So that's the last lap of the formation lap here. Then we can get things underway. So far performance looks pretty decent. Getting over 100 frames per second. Really slow first corner on the formation lap. You got to be careful not to bump your opponent, because you can damage the car, and this does affect performance, of course. Okay.
Green light, go, go, go.
See if I can split this Mercedes and this Ferrari.
3 right.
Try and get up through Eau Rouge without crashing.
Clear on the right.
I was able to split that Mercedes and that Ferrari, so gain 2 positions straight away. Happy with that. See if I can go up on the inside and gain another position. Things are pretty congested on the first lap, so it may not be the best idea to be too aggressive. So I'm just going to drop down to gear 2 here, stay there. Usually I'd be in gear 3, but because things are so jam-packed. See if I can get past this Audi R8. Gonna roll through this corner, tight to the curb.
Car on the left.
Oh man, even that slight impact there didn't cause any damage to my car, but it almost threw me off the track. Alright, so no bother. I can go through this full throttle as long as the line's correct, which it is. Gonna drop down to 3rd for this corner. Let's try roll through. See if I can catch one of these guys on the exit. Not too careful, you will end up in the gravel here, so I'm just gonna drop down to 2 very quickly. Kind of a scrappy first lap, I have to admit, but as long as I can navigate it enough and not lose any position, keep the car safe, I'm happy with that. So in terms of sim racing, I'm a very casual player. I could certainly afford a better driving setup in terms of wheel and pedals, but I kind of want to break myself in. I don't want to just jump straight to something like a Fanatic wheel with direct drive and, you know, all of these exotic steering wheels and pedals and things like that. When I outgrow this wheel, I'll start upgrading as time goes by. Okay, so things are starting to space out now a little bit, so should be able to push the car a little bit. A little bit late on the throttle there, so these guys are pulling away from me. I think I've got someone up on the inside trying to get past me. Okay, I should be able to go through Eau Rouge a lot faster this time. See if I can catch up with this Lamborghini. Taking another quick look at performance, still over 100 frames per second. There's probably moments that I dipped, but I've got to keep my eyes on the road, but it feels nice and smooth. Really enjoying the experience so far. Got down to 3rd here, or maybe 2nd. I come in a little bit too hot. Losing a bit of timing. I need to drive a lot cleaner than this. Okay. See if I can catch this Lamborghini by the end of the lap. That's my target. I think I've got a better exit than that Lamborghini there, so I do feel confident I'll be able to catch it by the end of the lap. This corner you can push a little bit more, as long as you've got the right line. Okay, almost close enough to start drafting it a little bit. Drop back down to 3rd. Try not to go in the gravel this time. So the force feedback really does help you know what the car's doing, so you kind of know when to back off and when you're losing the back end. It's one of the main advantages, that communication between the road and the tyres. I should be able to take it. Maybe on the outside, depending on how much room it gives me. May have to exceed track limits just a little bit. It's gonna drop the throttle a little bit here.
Car on the left.
Yeah. So I exceeded track limits a little bit, but it was worth it.
Car on the left.
Okay, let's get that down. to second. I'm just going to let it go past me now. There's no point of crashing to try and hold the position. I'll be able to get it back on this lap, no problem. I've got this Ferrari catching up with me as well, so I need to
Well done, mate. That's it.
be more about consistency with your laps. Let's see if I can hunt down this Lamborghini. I lost a lot of time at the end of that lap because of the way it defended its position. But I feel this is going to be a better lap here. Again, still holding over 100 frames per second, so game performing well. With the RTX 3090, I'm gonna try and get a bit closer to the curb and try and get a better exit. Wasn't bad, it wasn't great either, but making up some time. Alright, see if I can get on the throttle a bit earlier. Okay, gaining some time here. Back down to third. We can roll through here without hitting the gravel this time. Almost got this guy in my sights here. Get on the power a little bit earlier. If you take the right line and you can do this full throttle to lift here a little bit. This time I'm going to be a bit more aggressive and try and get past him a bit earlier. In the draft and go on the inside.
On the right. Clear on the right.
It's going to lift throttle a little bit here. Stay within track limits this time, so got past that Lamborghini this time round. Drop that down to first gear this time, as I was a little bit slow powering out the last corner
Car on the left.
last time round.
Clear on the left.
Well, I'm going to let it happen this time. Now I've got to chase down this Ferrari. It's going to be quite the task.
Well done, mate. The fastest lap so far.
So improving my lap times every time, which is what you want to see. I've got a bit more fit now. Up into 6th gear. I should be able to sail past it. Okay, drop back down to 3rd gear now. Braked a little bit early, but that's okay. Very confident I'll be able to get this position back in this next corner. That's it. So making up a little bit of time. Slow and steady wins the race. So again, I am quite a casual. I wouldn't even say I'm a sim racer. I just play these games when I want to have a bit of fun. But for me, the Logitech G920, for my level, it does what it needs to do. Just about slowed the Ferrari down there. Try and get early on the throttle. So I am making up some time on these guys. I'm getting a little bit closer to that Ferrari's rear end. Yeah, I can see that. Again, improving on my lap time every lap I go. See if I can push it even further now. In terms of performance, things are still looking good. I've had a really smooth experience so far. And 20 cars on track is a decent amount. I know you can do 29, but it really doesn't affect performance that much. This makes the track a little bit too congested to race comfortably. So I thought I'd drop it down to 20. Apologies if it sounds like I'm shouting. I need to hear the engine because it kind of helps me change gear. I don't always look at my rev limiter. Just kind of listen to the engine sometimes to do my shifting. So my game audio is quite high, so it kind of makes me raise my voice at the same time. Okay, let's just roll through. Same position. I really need to start pushing now if I'm ever going to catch that group. Because once I latch onto the Ferrari, I can use it to start pushing. Down to 3rd here. Try and roll through here pretty quick and get a good exit on the next corner. Okay, positioning was pretty decent. Shot down to 2nd here. Try and get early on the throttle. Again, if you hold the line perfect, you can really just pretty much go through that flat, but didn't have the best line there.